More than 10 million illegal aliens have entered America under the negligent watch of this administration, a number higher than the individual populations of 40 of our 50 states. It's incredible. Migrant women and children from every corner of the globe are being raped, murdered on the dangerous journey to our southern border. Americans are dying from overdoses of fentanyl and other deadly drugs that are pouring into our country at an alarming rate from Mexico. Over 100,000 Americans just last year died of overdoses. In fact, earlier this month, I spoke with a father from my district who lost his only son to fentanyl overdose last January. And while these horrible things happen to Americans, my colleagues across the aisle still dare to call Republicans immoral for wanting to build and finish the border wall, which is just one common sense solution that could be used to eliminate the crisis claiming thousands of lives down at our southern border. Instead, they'd rather abandon logic and continue to blindly accept everyone who shows up at our border without properly vetting them, criminals and all. They think that we should allow illegals to roam freely across all of our great states because they believe that one day they'll be great voters for them and their party. To every American I've spoken to, enabling the death, that of a U.S. citizen or migrants, is without question an immorality. But if the deaths aren't enough to warrant action by Democrats in Congress and the White House to secure the nation, how about the historic number of suspected terrorists who have been caught attempting to sneak into our country? Nearly 300 since Biden has taken office. And you can bet that some, and God only knows how many, made it successfully into the interior and are planning for another 9/11 style attack on America. A matter of when, not if. The president knows this. DHS Secretary Mayorkas knows this, and the Democrats in this sacred chamber know this as well. And still, they do nothing to stop or even address the worsening border catastrophe that is plaguing and endangering our nation. However, this administration seems to have no qualms whatsoever about turning the American people into second-class citizens. And while law-abiding Americans deal with inflation and high prices, illegal aliens are given free transportation from the border to the city in America of their choice, free medical attention when they hurt or are injured or ill, free schooling for their illegal children, and much more. And if that isn't enough of a disgrace, the administration is now using public schools, airports, and national parks to house illegal aliens, all paid for by the taxpayers' dollars. What kind of president puts his own people last? I'll tell you, President Joe Biden. And it will not be tolerated, which is why I'm supporting H.R. 5283 to prohibit federal funds from being used to shelter illegals on U.S. land under the jurisdiction of federal land management agencies, illegals that we should be deporting. I've been fighting for border security since my very first day in Congress, and I will not give up until this vital task is accomplished. And this bill is a step in the right direction. Border security truly is national security, and the property and safety of U.S. citizens must always come first in my book, if it were only so with our president and the Democrat Party. Thank you, and I yield back.